So we were boasting a lot last week about how we work with so many celebrities in this office. And I was really sad. I was really sad that none of them showed up last week, but I'm really excited because not Al Pacino, Christopher Walken, or Bill Cosby are here, but someone else is.
Who's that?
Who's here? What?
I mean, I came back only because I thought, I think these video game people need to learn a little bit more about what I think of games.
Was it not supposed to be Christopher Walken?
I'm sorry.
Chris, what are you doing here? Get the fuck out.
Okay, hold on. I'll leave.
You broke him. He only has 3 voices. He's not going to go anywhere with that.
Christopher Walken really needs to find something to do with his life.
This comes and bugs us in our super office on the beach.
What are you going to do?
Oh, wait.
It's Christopher Walken.
Who's that? It's a ghostly apparition. Oh, my God.
You see,
Jimmy Stewart?
what you're going to do
Jimmy
here
Stewart?
is you're going to listen to this podcast and you're going to learn different, video games you want to play or...
Is he even dead?
Yeah, I think he died I died.
Wait, so hold on. We're being visited by a possible Specter.
It's unclear as to the level of death in
The level of
situation.
ghostliness, I guess. We're being visited by a possible Specter.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Matt in the Man Cave. I'm Matt Howes.
I'm Brook Hubbs.
And we have here today with us Michael Kohutich.
That was really close.
There's four cuz in the name, right?
Yeah, so you're missing all of the consonants next to each other.
And Chad, the chocolate bangle cook.
Yo.
Hey.
Hello. Hi. Welcome.
We have some fun things to talk about today. A little bit about Minecraft Story Mode World Premiere that I went to. We're going to talk a little Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront Beta. Sweet. We'll probably get sued for that. We're going to talk about some of the LucasArts games that we wish would have been made, but the failure of them being made was fail.
We'll get into it. We'll get into the details.
You'll see. You'll see.
Matt doesn't know what he's talking about.
No, I don't.
Chad's going to be talking a little bit about Modern Warfare DOS.
Dose. Little backtrack.
And Michael
You just call me Mike if you want.
Just MK. Call him MK.
Oh yeah, MK.
Did you turn into Jimmy from South Park? Guy looks into his
He's
bed.
going to be talking about some fun stuff. We'll just leave it at that.
Because we can't function right now.
I can't.
For the love of God, Matt, talk to us about Minecraft Story Mode.
Oh, thank God.
There we go.
You got the inside scoop of sorts.
So, Matt Howes, the Matt Howes.
Oh, I know him.
Oh my God.
He got a VIP list invite to go to the Minecraft Story Mode world premiere at the ArcLight Hollywood in the Dome.
What?
Shit.
Not under the dome.
Not under the
in the dome. And it was the coolest thing I ever... I'm like, so VIP, not some bullshit like, oh yeah, well, everybody's a VIP. Like, I walked the goddamn red carpet. That's how VIP I was.
You got some sexy photos.
I got some good-looking photos. Really? You know, I was in a suit-ish, but the problem, it was so hot. And this is how dumb it is for me. Like, there was a little problem I had, which was that it was ridiculously hot. Also, the VIPs had to wait in line an extra half an hour till the regular people, just the peas, till the peas showed up.
The peons.
The peons. So, because they broadcast people who were walking on the red carpet on which is really cool because they broadcast the people on the cinema screen, but we had to wait till the regular people, you know, the worthless peons, as I like to call them, not Ted's band from Scrubs, and I get the broadcast. It was fun, but it was really fucking hot. Anyway, so we roll in. I get there. It's so how it is if you've ever played a Telltale game before, it's all episodic. It's very story driven. It's choice based, so things are different depending on what you choose. That's just general Telltale right there. Adding a story to Minecraft is like mixing cocaine with crack. It's just a perfect combination.
That seems like a very apt metaphor.
I really enjoy playing Minecraft, and I love Telltale games. So when we were sitting there, once the got started, some of the voice actors were there. It was kind of cool.
Wow.
They played through the whole episode. So whole episode 1 was on the big screen. And every time a choice came out, it was the audience yelled it out.
Oh, wow.
Now, half of this felt like Blue's Clues and Dora the Explorer because there was a lot of kids there. And I mean, it's kind of a kids game, but we didn't have it when we were kids, so we didn't have the opportunity. These kids love it now. So they'd be sitting there, and let's say, she's walking around, and there's stuff that you can interact with, and you can interact with everything, but she was kind of rushing so we get through the whole game. One of the voice actresses actually played the game.
That's cool.
And so you'd hear people, not even joke, kids, go over there! touch look at that thing! It's on the left! Go in the cave! And I'm like, oh my god. And then I had these 2 kids that were behind me. They fucking love their excitement. They were screaming in my ear. They would be like, so a thing would come up, and they'd be like, would you rather fight 100 chicken-sized zombies or 10 zombie-sized chickens? That was an actual option.
That sounds wrong.
Wrong?
Well, I mean, I'm not saying that you're quoting them wrong.
No, I'm like, I literally just played that on my
I
own.
think it'd be
yesterday.
100 chicken-sized zombies would be about the equivalent of 10 zombie-sized chickens.
Isn't that what I said?
No, you said the other way. It doesn't matter. We're moving on.
Whatever. Thanks.
Sorry, my
Thanks,
brain
Brook.
started working.
Why didn't they separate you from the peon kids since you're VIP?
Yeah, what's the point of being VIP if you're not even
here's the
VI?
thing. I don't know. Also, a family was sitting in my seat when I got there, so I had to get security to move a family. It was so bad. Because my ticket, I go and I'm like looking for I think it was N23, whatever. And I go and I see my seat. I'm like, there's a family of 5 sitting in my seat. I feel like they were crashing. And when I told them, I'm like, oh, okay, wait, because the guy was like, can we see your tickets? Can I see your tickets to the family? And I was like, oh, Jesus. And I just kind of wanted to walk away. I did go to the back at first when they were sitting there, and I was like, I'm just going to sit in the back. No, I'm just going to sit in the back. But no. But yeah, so they played through the whole story on the screen, and they'd be shouting out choices, and it was just really cool. And I mean, the story's pretty deep. Patton Oswalt is the main character if you're a boy.
Yeah.
And I actually got the voice actor if you play the chick character, she signed my ticket. It's up there on the wall.
Oh, cool.
But
What's her name?
you know.
I knew you wouldn't remember that.
Hey, can I have your
Let me see if
autograph?
I can find it.
It's so bad. I got 4 autographs on my ticket.
Hey, champ.
I got 4 autographs on my ticket. I couldn't tell you who any of them were, what their names are. I'm like, okay, that was a voice actor. That was a voice actor. These are 2 people from Mojang, I guess.
Do you know the character's name? If you're a girl.
Not Petra. I'm telling you that right now. Jesse.
Okay.
It's Jesse.
Jesse. I'm looking through the list right now.
Boom, 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 boom. Okay, well, regardless,
keep going.
she played.
Oh,
she played
Catherine Tabor.
Catherine Zeta-Jones. She dips beneath the
lasers.
lasers.
That's what I heard.
Oh. She was cool. She was fun. Good little meet. I kind of was really uncomfortable though towards the end because I didn't really want to. There's so many kids running up to get autographs. I was just kind of standing in the front of the theater to avoid the traffic of people leaving. So at one point, she's like, "Oh hey, you got a kid here?" And that was the worst questions. Like, "Oh, one of your kids here?" Nope, I'm just here as an adult to cover this from a podcast. Great timing.
You just flash your badge, like VIP. Don't talk to me.
There was no badge.
Oh, there wasn't
that
a badge?
ticket is the only thing that it doesn't even say VIP, and it
that
was literally just in the back. It was.
You can do, you should
Your wallet.
the wallet flip.
Well, I just got my business cards in the mail today, so the whole point was to get them before we did. But anyways, the game itself, the story is really, really cool. I highly recommend it. You kind of play through. It's very quirky. It's. All the sounds also are 100% sounds from the game, which is cool because they sit there and they were like, one scene they were eating a cookie and it was like, which when you play Minecraft, that's what it sounds like. So they did a real good job of keeping it very, very true to the Minecraft game. Like every time they built something, it was everything was blocks. Everything worked the way that the game was. He just added characters and story in a score and everything like that. And it's really cool. I got really sucked into it so much that I didn't immediately go out and buy it afterwards because I'm like, well, I just played through the first episode. I can put some time. But luckily, she played the girl character, so I get to now play as Patton Oswalt, which is a kind of a different story. I get to make my own choices, do some of the stuff that they didn't do in the game, be like, okay, cool, I'm going to do that. And that's basically the principle of Telltale games in general.
So did they say that the girl and the guy character will have different stories, or they're basically following the same?
They're the same. They're both named Jesse too. So it's like all the other characters. So it's inherently the same story. There's probably some minor differences, but not a lot based on your gender. Mm-hmm. But there are a lot of differences based on small choices you make and how you react, and that's super cool. There's a roller coaster through the nether, which is fucking awesome. I took a bunch of pictures of the screen. I'm just sitting there taking pictures of the screen. Like, oh my God, this is great. Oh, great. And then I tried to make an Instagram, found out why I don't want an Instagram. So I'll just leave that alone. But
why don't you want Instagram?
Was there multiple endings?
Yeah, the Matt Cave 42 on Instagram, we have no pictures.
No, I know why you don't, but explain.
I thought that you could just upload like a shit ton of pictures at once, like you just make a photo album on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, you have to do it one by one,
Yeah.
and immediately lost interest in Instagram when I found that out. I'm like, no, my girlfriend. I'm like, hey, how do you just put a bunch of pictures on Instagram? She's like, oh, you gotta do it one by one. That's the fun. That's not fun. Hang up. Deleted. All right.
Are you listening, Instagram? We got some suggestions
I have
for
a few
you.
suggestions for you.
Back to the Minecraft. Is there multiple endings? Did they tell you if there's like Walking Dead, how you can end it like maybe 2-3 ways?
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Like, they're all the Telltale games. They have that. How are you going to end it at the end? They've only done the first. They don't want us to even get into what's going on in that because of the first episode's out. They're done with the fourth episode, so they're going to release it.
Okay.
On a separate note, Tales from the Borderlands, October 20th, the finale's coming out, which is another one of their games, which is very, very good. We found that out at the premiere, and then what was the last of it? So I got two full season passes for Xbox One for Minecraft Story Mode. So you get the whole game, and I've been giving them away because I don't have an Xbox. So I'm giving them away kind of like a giveaway.
Yeah.
And someone won this week, but unless they contact me back by the end of the day, I'm just going to roll out because I said I'm not going to go into who it is, but basically, if I email you saying, "Hey, you won," just let me know if you're still interested in this prize, and you don't get back to me, I'm going to re-up the prizes.
So, in order to win a Season 1 download, what do our fans have to do, Matt?
Well, Brooke, let me tell you. Well, basically, you have to like our Facebook page. You have to subscribe to our podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, whatever your thing is. And you have to follow us on Twitter. Simple. Then post one of your favorite Minecraft or Telltale gaming moments on our Facebook page. So a little blurb, a picture, something cool, whatever, just to let us know that you're actually there and you're not just like that guy on Twitter who's like, buy more followers, just followed you. And I'm like, okay, that's like 70% of our followers are just people telling me to buy followers from them.
Those guys are so popular.
They had so many friends, so many followers. But that's pretty much, I don't want to go into too much of the story because it's kind of a quick play. Probably about 2 hours, to get through it. If you sit and go through everything, maybe 3 or 4 hours. But it's a quick play. It's not too expensive. You just want to buy the first episode. It's $6. It's really fun. It's a deep, rich storyline, and it's just incredibly drawn out. The acting was really good. The voice acting was amazing. So I don't want to go into it though. I want to let people experience the story for themselves. Couple seasons from now, when the season finale is, we'll go into the whole story as a whole. But for now, I just think you definitely want to play it. If you want to enter our contest, we'll just explain how. It's also pinned to the top of our Facebook page. And that's pretty much it for Minecraft Story Mode. For me, back to you, Larry.
Wait, where's Larry
where's
go?
the
Who's Larry?
Yeah, Larry, the guy.
Quick, Chad, do a Larry.
Be Larry.
I'm Larry.
Sounds like Larry. That is Larry.
Yeah, no, that's totally Larry.
Anyway, Chad, what do you got for me?
Well, I was gonna bring up the Modern Warfare 2, but did you want to do Battlefront?
Star Wars Battlefront. Let me
Let's do it.
take you away to a place where dreams come true.
In a galaxy far, far away.
Deep in the annals.
Even
EA
your
games.
anals.
Deep in the annals
I need to
of
talk to
EA
you. That doesn't
games
sound as
and
fun as it should
LucasArts,
be.
they dusted off a game that we all thought was never going to come to fruition. They said they canceled Battlefront 3. It's never going to happen. LucasArts is gone. Blah, blah, blah. But lo and behold, EA challenge everything. That's what they said. They said, we're going to challenge this. And then they took
they
it.
won.
We've been playing the closed beta, or open beta, basically a stress test.
Yes.
And that's what people think that it's like some kind of crazy, oh man, I'm playing the beta. No, beta testing is when you submit bug reports.
Yeah.
You actually do, someone tells you you have to jump. Chad, you've actually tested games
Yes,
before.
I mean, like, it's pretty much though. Even for the start Battlefront beta, they gave like a survey of what did you like or what you didn't like, and you submit that in. But it's pretty much very technical. It's like what they'll have you play through it, and like when at an actual testing, they'll ask you like, all right, are you having trouble? What's wrong here? Tell me what you can't figure out, and then I try and inform them like, I think you need a pop up here, blah blah blah.
Strong communication skills.
Just pretty much that.
But yeah, this is literally the stress test. They said, and it worked because within the first 2 days, they realized that they needed to devote more servers to the people who were playing. And, and these are the people who are just around that weekend, which was last weekend, that were around, that downloaded it, that wanted to play it. And there's, you think about the tip of the iceberg, because not everybody was playing the thing that's getting the game.
No.
When it comes out, I'm going to guess an easy million other people are going to try it. So they're like, if we can't hold our own in the stress test, we need to definitely devote more servers to this kind of thing.
But I have to say, even for the beta, that the graphics were just amazing.
Oh, it was
Way better than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
So the beta is the Battle of Hoth from Empire Strikes Back.
Well,
there
there
was
was
3.
Oh, there were 3.
Three
I've only
things.
seen videos for that one.
Battle of Hoth was one of them. There was
Yeah.
one game mode, was that.
Yes.
Where you can play in vehicles. And
Vehicles and also what are the special characters called?
I don't know.
Hero.
So you
villain
can be
characters.
like Luke Skywalker, which we made fun of that video
Yeah.
last week, and you could be Darth Vader.
Yeah.
I think that's it. For
And-
now, that's
yeah,
probably
for
all
now,
they
for
have
now.
it because there was so many features that you could tell they were all locked off for beta. So it looks like it's going to be a real good game.
Yeah.
Tatooine was one of the planets. I think
I
was it
believe so.
Tatooine?
It was. It was
it
just
the
like a rock-filled
Desert one?
planet, but it was a
no,
death
it wasn't
match.
deserty, but
It was pretty much like a
Because a big thing that I read they were doing was they're doing the planet, I think it's pronounced Jakku. Which
Jakkus!
it's from the new Star Wars movie.
that might have been.
It looks a lot like Tatooine, but it's not.
because.
I think I said that. I'm like,
It's another
so
desert
that's not,
planet.
That's not It's just another desert planet.
It's just
Well,
another
I mean,
desert
if you
planet.
look at the extra behind the scenes that they showed in like one of the previous trailers for Star Wars, the new movie, there's like the stormtroopers running in an explosion, and there's a bunch of rocks, like jagged rocks sticking out, and that sort of looks like
There was
that
like
other
a
mode.
pod recovery.
Yeah,
Like,
pod
that was that
recovery mode.
Like I don't know if they're escape pods or if they're supply pods, but
Yeah,
pods
they
will
don't
fall
really
from the sky.
specify.
You got to defend, hold until relieved.
It's
Chad, would you
ODST,
say?
it's a Halo crossover.
Chad, would you say that this Star Wars game is a new hope for some people?
I would say it almost strikes back. Really,
Would you think that the revenge for the Sith would be happening for this one?
only if there were clones.
This is the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. So
No. Let him keep going.
no.
Let him finish.
No, I can't let
There's
it keep
not
going.
a lot to talk about for the Battlefront beta.
Why does every Star Wars game have to have the Battle of Hoth in it? I know
because
it's
it's such
cool.
an epic-
I know it's cool, but why? It's like I have to replay it every single time. They did it for
gets
Shadows of
better
the
every time.
Empire. Like every Empire Strikes Back game that ever came out. I think
Squadron.
Rogue Squadron. Yep. They even had it in the Force Awakens like DLC.
and in the previous Battlefront games, there was Hoth
yeah.
as well.
I don't
Yeah.
need 2 movies about Steve Jobs' life, but I've gotten 2 movies
That's
about
true.
Steve Jobs'
And
life.
how many of them have you seen?
I have not seen
There
any
you
of
go.
them. I never was interested, but he's a nice guy. I
Whatever
heard.
point has not been made.
There was a point there.
Was there?
Yeah, there was a point there.
Did you guys play the original Battlefront games? I remember
did.
losing a ton of time.
I
I
own the
remember
first
two. Me and Luke and a bunch of other friends when we were kids played that. It was a lot of fun.
I owned
I
the
was
first one. My
awful
friend
at
had
it.
the second, so I played them both. But the second one, not as much. I know that was the big one because that one had the heroes.
Right.
Yeah. The first
Right.
one didn't.
Right.
But this new one though, what's great about it is you could switch between third person and first person, which
is helpful.
yes,
It's
yes.
definitely helpful if it
And
depends
if-
on your play style.
And it feels a lot like Battlefield, although you can't like leap over stuff like
Right.
that technical
You can't slide across the hood
slide. Yeah,
of
you
a
can't
TIE
do it.
fighter.
You can't do that. You can't do that.
I enjoy the graphics. It's fully polished, this game. If they do another beta weekend before it comes out, which they probably will, the game is finished. It's being a little, maybe a couple little scrubs here and there, but I mean, it is there. What we downloaded, it was like 8 gigs for the beta, and it was a fully polished game. It was gorgeous. Like, it felt fun, and the learning curve on it was super good because I was dying my first couple ones, but you'd slowly start doing better, and it was even that there are people like that are already amazing at it, like every other game that comes out. But I felt like okay, I'm doing better. I get it. I'm slowly learning, and it just kind of lets you figure it out. But you don't feel like I do in a lot of games when I jump online that I'm just gonna die the most and I will always be at the bottom of the end thing. My KDR is just ruined and I don't care about that in general, but it felt like it actually progressed with you, which is something I think is really interesting because normally I'm just out of water in these things.
Yeah, there was lots of the time I was just exploring the level and trying to figure out where.
People are just popping around.
Yeah, they're
and
just
chat's like,
shooting.
oh, look at
I mean,
this.
I would defend myself obviously, but I was just trying to find like, where do I get in the X-wing? Where the fuck are the X-wings? Or stuff like that. And so I slowly
Look at these
it's like, oh, this
graphics,
is
they're
how you do
amazing.
it. Found it, and then I would just crash when I'm in it or something.
Yeah.
And
Mike,
try
are
and
you
work
gonna get
on
it?
flying.
Yeah, that's so. I haven't made the transition from last generation to the current generation yet, but that's one of the games that
It is still.
is-
It's going to be released on 360 and PS3, isn't it?
Nope.
No,
I'm
no.
looking at it
But
right
they
now.
let you
think so.
beta
Current
test it on the
generation.
Xbox?
No, there
oh,
was
you were
no-
playing it
yeah,
on
on
PC.
timelines. Yeah,
Okay,
Xbox.
cool. Because I was like,
yeah.
how?
Just Windows, PlayStation 4, Xbox One.
yeah.
And it comes out in a month from now, November 17th.
Well, if you got the Steam machine, you can.
Yeah,
Right?
well,
I think.
I mean, there are a lot of other games on PS4 I'm really interested in, so I
Yeah.
think it's just a matter of time. But
You should get it right now.
Oh,
We'll wait.
Yeah.
We'll
sorry,
wait.
sorry guys, I gotta go.
Yeah,
I
no,
gotta go pick up a.
It's cool.
new
We'll
game
wait.
console.
We'll just
Yeah.
run dead air here.
Just bring it back here.
So you guys mentioned that there was a vehicle mode. One of the things that I've heard amongst the some of the articles I've been reading and then some of the videos I've seen, the vehicle mode isn't that fantastic.
So a person blew up my AT-ST, whichever one the small one is. I remember talking
yeah,
about
that's
this
the
stuff.
ST.
Yeah.
All right.
The two-legger.
Yeah, and someone blew up my AT-ST with just random gunfire. So I mean, in a world where one well-placed shot can blow up a giant space station, I guess that makes sense.
To be fair, in Return of the Jedi, multiple ATSTs were defeated by logs.
that is true.
So maybe that's just how I never got a chance to fly.
Okay.
But from what I was told was you fly, it's all controlled the directions by one stick, so it's not a X
Oh.
Y. So I
No,
guess
the,
it was.
the other joystick creates the yaw to the left and right. Sort
okay.
of
We'll
like
work on a boat.
no. This is if you played any Battlefield game,
Yeah.
it's pretty much when you're flying in the game in Battlefront Beta. It's pretty much the controls like of any Battlefield 2 or Battlefield 3 game in that same
If you play 'em,
if you
yeah.
played it. I mean,
Give me some GTA 5 flight skills. Like, I could
just hold one button. And
yeah, whatever. Let me just take care of business on that. But yeah, I don't have much. There's not much to say about it. This thing.
No,
like
not
it was
really.
gorgeous.
Yes.
The controls were very memorable. You the same controls as any other game. You can map some stuff to like ion grenades or whatever. You can map those to up 1 to 3 buttons or whatever. It's kind of a regular. It's like any kind of shooter that you
Yeah.
play. It's the exact same principle behind it. The controls,
Create your own
left and right
loadout.
trigger. Yeah.
jump in.
But I think
that's good that you guys are liking it because this is EA's first post LucasArts Disney game, right? That we have not. Don't look at me like that. I'm asking you an actual question.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll just cut this part.
That's
out.
No, absolutely. No, I like it. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
Well, because and I'm segueing here.
Yeah. Okay.
is that a lot of people.
I was like, I'm
a lot of
floundering.
people were upset when LucasArts got shut down because Disney bought Star Wars and all of Lucasfilm and all of its properties and subsidiaries, and they decided to shut down LucasArts.
We are also owned by Disney, just in case you're wondering.
Just in case. Well, everything about Disney is fantastic.
Disney's great.
So they shut down
Mouse.
LucasArts as a developer. It's still around for whatever reason, but they fired everybody
Oh.
to just give Disney's own gaming studio is handling with EA and other.
Yeah, Epic Mickey
games.
was a great game.
But I wanted to take a moment here.
Okay.
To mourn the games that we lost when LucasArts was shut down. I recently showed you, Matt, the video for Star Wars 1313.
Oh man.
Right.
Yeah, that looks
saw that?
fucking
You guys saw
great.
that?
So good.
I was so excited for that. I remember, I'm trying to think of all the Star Wars games I've been really excited for over the years. And I remember when they announced Force Unleashed, I got that same feeling from 1313. Because just it was like Uncharted gameplay from the look of it.
Yeah, the platforming aspect of it looked very, very like Uncharted, from what I saw.
Yeah.
I mean, it never.
So
came
it was
out.
that was a third person shooter / cover action, like how you take cover in games. That is a game style.
It is, and they mentioned it in the trailer.
Right.
Somewhere.
So it was that kind of gameplay, and it was revolving around bounty hunters. And they said I never saw footage of it, but they said it was going to deal with Boba Fett coming into his own also as a bounty hunter, which would have been really cool. It's
about
Boba
time.
Fett's one of the coolest looking dudes, even if he doesn't act that cool.
His Magneto helmet's awesome.
And then it was really cool because the way that it took place on Coruscant, which is the Star Wars capital planet, which is just all one giant city, but it's stacked buildings on top of each other. So they go down to level 13, which is the seedy underworld of Coruscant, which was really
I mean,
cool.
the whole city is
It seemed
like a seedy underworld, but this is the real nitty gritty.
Was 1313 from Attack of the Clones, the second movie, where they're at the bar in the city chasing that lizard
even
down?
lower.
No, it's
Even lower
even
than that?
lower.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Think about how low you can go and then go.
Movie Pitch Black low with Vin Diesel. That low?
That's a good reference.
Thank you.
That was great.
All right.
Still hate you.
Those are.
Rightfully so.
I was very excited for that, and it looked like that was close to being finished, so I'm upset they shut that down. But I have here a list of 20 canceled LucasArts
no.
games.
So only 20?
Only
I have
20.
21.
There's a lot of very similar titles here. I haven't heard things for all of these, but it's just a real shame to think of how many games were being worked on that just never happened. They're just they axed it. And like I said, a lot of these names are repeats, kind of, because we have Star Wars Rogue Jedi, Star Wars Rebel Warrior, Star Wars Rebel Jedi, Star Wars Jedi Rebel,
Is it possible that those were just
Star Wars
conception
Rebel
titles?
Fury.
I probably would have been really upset if I were the guy to pitch my game and it was just the title backwards.
Yep. It's we had Steven here earlier. He gave us Rebel Jedi. You're pitching Jedi Rebel.
Why not Jedi Revolution? That's a little bit better, a little bit more sophisticated.
We got Rise of the
yeah.
Rebellion. That was
Oh, there
one
we
of them.
go. There's Rebellion's a little bit
So I
better.
don't know much about those because a lot of these are just names.
Alright.
They had a Star Wars Han Solo in development, but I never heard anything about that one. They have a Star Wars Darth Maul, which looked like
What?
it looked. I've seen the video for it. It looked like Force Unleashed, but as Darth
That's
Maul.
right. I saw that too. Yeah, it did look a
It
lot
looked really
like
cool.
Force Unleashed. Yeah.
And then of course Star Wars 1313, Knights of the Old Republic 3, which would have been great.
Man.
I think that they're going to dust off the coder. The online game is still doing really, really well. I mean, it's free to play now, so.
Yeah.
But I think that if, let's say, with the successful launch of Battlefront, that Knights of the Old Republic 3 is a possibility in our future. Even if it's just done by... If EA gets their hands on it, BioWare and EA work together already. They already have successful franchises. I think that they could probably dust it off and get it done.
Sure. Well, they did a huge update to KOTOR 2 on Steam. I want to say like 6 or so months ago.
So they're working on stuff still.
Well, I mean, I don't know if they are, but it sounds like it's very much a possibility.
Yeah.
Well, is LucasArts shut down, or are they still like a?
They gutted it.
It still remains as a company, but they're not developing games.
That's why you don't see that symbol.
I don't
anymore.
understand why Disney doesn't buy the games they were making from them and like just put those out, or
Because they want to do their own thing.
You take a company that like Disney doesn't give a shit really.
Yeah.
Like they're like we're making a lot of money. And then just get rid of your guys. We're gonna put our guys in there, and that's it. And they won't know if a game's gonna be good if they're not gamers. Like they're not walking in there being like, man, I really want to see this game made. You know, stuff like that. So they're just kind of corporate. They're gonna go in. They're gonna
giant
take
Mickey
it out.
Mouse just
Think
walks
of
in,
it-
Mouse just runs
Think of it this
runs
way,
up to the
Chad.
building and just shoves his penis through the doors. Be like, sorry, sorry. Oh, jeez, I'm sorry.
Shoves his penis in the door.
Yeah,
Shoved
the
it. That
bay
was-
doors. He just
Wasn't
rapes.
ready for that. Chad, think of it
Yeah.
this way. So
Okay.
say you really want to make your own Star Wars movies and games and books and make a lot of money off of that, and I own Star Wars, and you pay me $4 billion to own everything Star Wars related, and I say to you, oh, that's cool. I had this really great idea. You're gonna say, "Fuck you! I have my own ideas." That's how that works. I didn't pay $4 billion to make your games for you.
true.
We paid $4 billion to make what we want to make.
Yeah, but LucasArts gaming division was out of business long before the sale to Disney. It's been gone for a while.
Yeah.
No,
It didn't. No, they stopped making games. Like
Well-
I haven't seen a LucasArts game. I know what was it like 2 years ago now that when they get bought by Disney.
it's been at least 2 years. It was
Yeah.
like end of 2012.
I don't remember seeing any LucasArts games in a year at least before that. Like, so maybe they had stuff in development, obviously, that they
Right.
didn't
Yeah.
get to. But like, even they said they scrapped the games like
Well,
Battlefront
actually, I
3 and
think
stuff
they
like
had
that.
one or two mobile games. I just don't remember what they are, but they were taken off any app store most likely.
Mobile games.
So mobiles.
There were a few more. I'll just run through the rest that we have here because some of them were cool. I was reading. There was this episode, Star Wars Episode 7, Shadows of the Sith, which was meant to be a continuation of the original 3, but now that they're actually making Force Awakens,
Shit.
They just took the
That-
script from the video game and wrote that
Yeah,
into the movie.
let's see what else was there. The Jedi Outlaw, Star Wars Vader, which I assume would be another Maul or Han Solo.
Jedi Outlaw
kind of
sounds
thing.
like Red Dead Redemption with Star Wars characters.
Wouldn't that be cool?
That'd be pretty.
A Star Wars Western?
If Rockstar
Yes.
did a Star Wars game.
Great.
And then there was Scum and Villainy.
Villainy
Very
and
Star Wars
Scum.
sounding. Yeah. Star Wars Smuggler. And then the one that I was most disappointed about, Jedi Knight 3. Because I still think that the Jedi Knight games, Jedi Outcast, which was Jedi Knight 2, and Jedi Academy, which is kind of a spin-off of Jedi Knight 2, were the best lightsaber combat Star Wars games, even to this day.
Yeah, they were really, really, really good.
Yeah.
Those were my two favorite Star Wars games of all time. Did you guys have a favorite though?
I play video games.
Favorite of Star Wars video games?
I like that N64 one where you get to fight Wampas. Like, it's not the whole premise of the game, but it's all my limited memory of this game was it was an N64 game, and you started off in a prison on
Shadows of the Empire?
yeah, and
Yeah,
then you
that's
had
it.
the awesome like fucking asteroids game when you were fucking flying your TIE fighter or whatever. When you get out, you're playing fucking asteroids. It's literally except for you doing it in first person mode. I love that one, and I mean aside from that, I really liked Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic, and the online game was fun too because this is a deep story. Even though it's an online game, it's still pretty deep.
Yeah.
I like it.
What was your favorite Star Wars game?
That's a toss-up. So, KOTOR 1 and 2's up there. believe it or not, the PS1 game Jedi Power Battles.
I love that one.
Oh my God.
that was great.
That was the first PlayStation game I ever got, and it was fantastic.
I remember that game now. Sorry, I was completely silent because I'm like, that sounds familiar.
It was infuriatingly hard.
It's when you
but
could play as Plo Koon.
yeah,
Yeah, always Plo Koon.
everyone knows Plo Koon is
Yep.
probably the coolest Jedi.
Hands down, orange lightsaber. Let's call it a day.
But you could also play as Darth Maul in that game. It was just really good.
Yeah, that came out because they made a Phantom Menace game about the same time,
Which was
and pretty much
terrible.
just like used the same graphics, if I remember,
Yeah.
between the two. But then they just expanded the Jedi Power Battles.
Yeah.
in Jedi.
What
Power
about how
Battles.
awesome the pod racing game was?
That was fun.
yeah,
I wish
was.
that's the one thing though. I wish that more of the racers in that game had unique abilities like
Saboba.
yeah, Saboba.
I wish that there was more than 5 races. It was an entire. I think there was this game had like 5 races in it. That's it. Like it didn't. There's 5 different levels, and there was the tournament. There's nothing.
Yeah.
So you're buying a game. This is the equivalent of what I get from a mobile game before I start paying for stuff. Like, yeah, here's 5 levels, but it was a little broken.
I think they could have made it better if like they added a gambling aspect so you could put money down against the winged guy. Just like,
Watto.
hey,
Watto's
what
a
do
playable
you,
character.
What do you want to pay for me? You know, and then you win money.
Was Watto selling himself?
Yeah,
in
it's
that
buying
situation?
but no, like you'd be able to buy, like in other racing games, you could buy better cars, better vehicles.
Yeah.
If you like put money down on the race, and then if you win
That
or
would
get
be
a good
cool.
spot,
Yeah.
or bet on somebody else, then you can.
Diddy Kong Racing. Sorry, I don't know.
Chad,
kidding.
what was
It had
your
to come out.
favorite Star Wars game?
Well, I mean, it
Was-
would be
was
those
that
Jedi Knight games, but if I were to pick a different game, it would have to be the Revenge of the Sith like fighting game. There was I think it was a fighting game. Luke always beat me in it, and it pissed me off. So,
Oh wait, no, that
it
was a.
the Revenge of the Sith game?
I think it might have been the original.
That was good.
There was a fighting mode that we played.
Yeah.
that was it. There was a extra fighting mode where you could just be any of the characters and fight each other.
That always felt like a better version of Jedi Power Battles.
Yeah.
because it was a
Yeah.
very similar gameplay. Yeah, I remember that. Oh man.
What was yours, Brooke?
KOTOR 1, Jedi Knight, Outcast,
Nice.
and Academy both. I love the old arcade games where you do
can't-
the Battle Hoth or the
Yeah.
speeder bike chase, and then you'd end with like a lightsaber fight
Yep.
with Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Those were great.
I
loved
emptied
those
all
fun.
my coins in that machine.
I did that with
And
Turtles one time.
Force Unleashed 1 was also a lot of fun. Force Unleashed 2 was not.
Yeah, someone told me that Force Unleashed 2 was pretty much like a DLC. Dude.
It really was.
Like,
It-
it's
and
something
it was
that
like
could have
a
been covered.
poorly conceived DLC.
Yeah.
They're like, this is literally the story of Force Unleashed 2. let's break out of this place. Let's go find a guy over here. Hey, look, there's Yoda. All right, let's go back to the first place. That was the entire story.
Of course.
I do, have
And
to
they were like,
recommend-
Yoda and Boba Fett are going to be in the game. They were in cutscenes. You never fought them or played as them or anything like that. It was very disappointing.
I do have to recommend the new Star Wars arcade game. That it's over
Pod
in
Racers?
yeah, no, it's not the race.
TIE Fighters or whatever.
Yeah, you can. You're in TIE Fighter or X-wing, and like I got to play a little bit of it, but it was amazing because you actually controlled like the seat you were in, sort
That's
of.
Yeah.
cool.
It followed, and I blew up the Death Star.
It's so
You know,
good.
it's
You can
amazing.
buy one. I believe it's $10,000.
A Death Star?
No, you can buy this.
That's incredibly cheap for
So
what it is.
yeah, I mean, if you go on Amazon, you'll probably find some good deals on Death Stars.
Sure, sure.
No, you can buy this arcade machine, the newer Star Wars
Yeah.
arcade machine, for $10,000 if you're
Wow,
I
saving
am.
up.
Mike,
We
can
get
I
one for the
borrow
office.
10 grand?
interested. Oh yeah, I got my checkbook in my pocket.
Oh, cash only, please.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry, I
No paper
I don't trust you.
Oh.
All right, yeah. No, I'm happy that they're doing things with Star Wars still, video game wise. I think they're going to dust off some of the old games that they thought weren't going to be good. They're definitely going to make games based on the newer movies. Like,
Yeah.
that's going to happen. Is there anything else on your still LucasArts corner?
No, I think I got through most of them. Like I said, a lot of similar titles.
Revenge of
But
the Sith.
of the 20, there were like 5 or 6
Sith's
there I was
Revenge.
really pumped for.
Yeah.
So that is a shame. And I think a lot of it too is especially stories like 1313 or Jedi Knight.
Yeah.
Those aren't the new. Those are part of the, what do they call it? Like
Legends.
Legends, because it was the
yeah.
expanded universe. Now it's Star Wars Legends. So Disney doesn't want to promote Legends because fuck you, it's theirs now.
But they'll certainly sell you those books.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
those-
buy Pirates of the Caribbean's rights and then make a shitty movie.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be like, this is the 6th movie, but it throws out all the other 5
Yeah,
movies.
they already did that though to
don't-
themselves.
Yeah, I know. They kind of burned themselves alive on that one. Michael,
Yes. Yes.
what do you got for me?
What do I got for you? Well, I mean, I guess I could talk a little bit about what I've been playing recently. So I, not to sound completely, I'm going to sound really, really snooty now.
Starting a preamble.
I know.
With I don't want to sound this way, but
Yeah,
means
so
that you
I
sound
don't want to
that way.
sound very snooty, but no. So I have a ton of games that are on my backlog that I've basically been working through over the last 6 months or so. And like I said before, I haven't really made the jump to the current generation yet, but I've been kind of multi-tracking a bunch of games. So I've been playing through the rest of Ultimate Evil Edition of Diablo 3
all right.
on PS3, which is pretty great. I have been working through Final Fantasy X. Now, I
got
put
that
about
too.
100 hours into Final Fantasy X when I was in college. It was
Where are
a
the
really
trophies
good
for
game.
that, buddy? Where are those trophies?
Well, that's exactly why I started up again.
No trophies, you never played it. That's what it means.
Yeah, no trophies. It did not exist. And then recently, I actually picked it up. I've been meaning to pick it up for a while. I picked up Shovel Knight on
Oh, nice.
3DS.
Love Shovel Knight.
So I played the first couple of stages for Shovel Knight, and it's great. It feels like now you don't kill me over this. I was never a huge fan of Mega Man games when I was a kid because I was really bad at them.
Oh,
you picked the
Michael,
wrong podcast.
Michael.
I know.
I mean, we all feel that way. We just don't
Shots
say it
fired.
around
Shots
that.
fired.
Oh my god, shots over the bow.
But here's the thing. So playing Shovel Knight for a while over the last week or so has made me reinterested in getting into Mega Man again. So I actually downloaded Mega Man, I think it's 9 or 10 on
Okay,
my
yeah.
PlayStation
Yeah, I had
3.
those, yeah.
And I've been interested in getting back into it because I've had such a great experience with Shovel Knight. It controls really well.
It's not the same.
Well, I understand it's not the same.
Those Mega Man games are impossible. I don't even know why I like them so much. But it's just, I've
It's the
never
music
beaten one.
and
I've
the-
never beaten one in my entire life.
You've never beat a Mega Man
I've
game?
beaten the X's, like X whatever.
Okay.
I've beaten like the Battle Networks and all those fun ones. I have never beaten a legacy Mega Man game.
Are you
1 to 8,
serious?
never. I suck at those games so bad, and there's no reason for me to play them. But I still buy them every time they come out. I still buy them. But no, I love Mega Man. But
That's
I'm awful
dedication.
at it.
That is dedication. But yeah, I mean, Shovel Knight controls really well. The premise of the story is pretty cool.
Yeah.
It looks and feels great on the 3DS.
You're gonna be getting DLC for that soon too. I don't know
Oh, no,
exactly what the Plague Knight DLC.
It actually came out already.
It's out.
Oh,
Okay, yeah,
okay.
because that's supposed to be really cool too. Play through a Shovel Knight.
Yeah.
And then you get to play through. It's completely like flipped controls. Like it's kind of cool. What I read about it.
Though there's actually a way that you can unlock that stuff earlier if you don't play through the entire game to unlock it. So there's, if you go to, I forget the developer's website, but if you go to Shovel Knight's website, they'll actually have the code that you can enter in to unlock that stuff.
Cool.
But yeah,
I mean, it's worth it. It's worth the playthrough.
Yeah.
As Shovel Knight. Now I have it on PS4, and I don't know when we're getting that Plague Knight DLC, but I was really excited for it because I really got into that game. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
Like it. I thought it was such a dumb premise when I didn't read about it. I'm like, oh, Shovel Knight. And then I play it. I'm like, this is the greatest game, and it's so nostalgic to play it. You're like, the old 8-bit like music, the MIDI
Yeah.
music,
Oh,
the graphics are literal. It's like you're playing a game from the early 1990s. Like,
the soundtrack is really great. I think what surprised me the most is the difficulty level is where it's challenging, but it's not so challenging that I'm just like, fuck this game.
Yeah.
Because there are plenty of
Mega
games
Man.
so I spent at least 80 hours playing the first Dark Souls, And my wife can attest to how many times I screamed, "Fuck you, you're a cheating bastard," at the console when no one was around me. You know, the game wasn't cheating, but
That's another one.
really upset.
It's punishment to play those games. You have to love to be punished to play those games. Because I was playing it, and I literally just get thwarted all the time. The only one I've ever beaten is Dark Souls 2. I've played Demon Souls, Dark Souls, whatever.
You haven't played through Demon Souls or Dark Souls?
I played to the point where I couldn't beat them anymore.
I'm starting to question your authenticity as the host of a video game podcast for all the games that you haven't beaten.
So can
I got a whole shelf full of game I haven't beaten.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw out a motion to dethrone Matt as the host of the podcast. No, I'm only kidding.
I will burn
All
you
hail
alive.
the one true chocolate bangle.
So
Don't get cocky, Chad. They couldn't see me pointing on the radio.
you need to
There was a big finger point.
spend some time playing through the entirety of Demon Souls and the first Dark Souls, because they're fantastic games. Dark Souls 2 was great. I liked a lot of the changes that it had to the gameplay. Some of it I didn't.
I almost beat Dark Souls 1. I just couldn't get past the tag team boss.
Smo and Ornstein. They were pretty tough.
I tried so, and then I think I got into something else, and by the time I went back, I'd so defamiliarized myself with the controls that it would have been impossible to try to do a boss fight of that caliber.
Did you end up playing or picking up Bloodborne as well?
I played about 15 minutes of it before I sold it, and it's not. I didn't sell it because I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I think I had like 5 games on the docket, and that was the one that was easiest to get rid of because I was like, okay, well, I'm waiting for Dark Souls 3. I don't want Bloodborne to
Which
just
looks
be.
so good.
I'm super excited about it. It's gonna be great. But
They released a video the other day with 4 of the character classes kind of in action. Sort of your standard knight, warrior, cleric type character, and then they had one that was akin to the assassin from the first Dark Souls, which I think they called. Well, I want to say they called it ninja, but I could also just be remembering something from Final Fantasy.
could be.
So,
I have some questions for you.
But real quick before we move on to that, because that's going to be a good finish, I think we got to catch up with Chad. Give us a little
What's over there in
little
Cook's
brief
Corner?
update what you've been doing.
Well, I've been.
This week.
I recently revisited Modern Warfare 2, now called Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, I believe, over legal reasons. But
Thanks.
sorry, I just wanted to throw some info that way. But
Give me your source.
Please, I'm gonna need your sources on that.
IGN or some
That's a good
game
source.
site.
That is a source.
There we go.
That is a source.
So pretty much revisiting, I've noticed that still plenty of people play it, even though we're on like Call of Duty 5 or 6. I lost count.
Advanced.
Whatever.
Advanced Warfare.
Yeah, we're not even at numbers anymore. But it's still
next
one
one's gonna
of
be
the
super
funnest ones I've
advanced.
played. But also, and there's barely any hackers. There's nobody hacking at the time. But I really think they did a great job with Modern Warfare 2, and not much else to say about it actually.
I mean, it's first person
Well,
shooter.
yeah.
Was Modern Warfare 2 the one with the airport at the beginning?
no, I think it was Modern Warfare, the first one. It was so
Okay.
Call of Duty 4, I think.
No.
Right?
The airport was in the second one.
It was?
No Russian.
Yeah, no Russian.
Ah,
Second one.
no Russian through this game. We're having a good time here.
And I did mow down people.
We're having a great time here, Matt in the Man Cave. Ah.
I caved in to the gaming and I did mow down.
Yep.
Oh shit!
Pedestrians.
Our rating system we gotta unroll.
Oh, yeah.
Totally reminded me. We're gonna start rating video games.
Oh,
There we go.
I remember.
This was just
If it's a good game, it's gonna be a cave-in.
That's awesome.
Before we get into that, I just want to say for Modern Warfare 2, the best thing about it is I use it to test my NAT type to see if it's open, so I could play with more people or like different people that I couldn't connect with. Because right when you join Xbox Live, it says your NAT type like right there, and so you don't have to like look into your Xbox or
Nat Geo?
Your NAT type. I don't know if it's called Nat Geo. I don't know.
Geo.
National
Geo,
Geographic.
Like the channel.
That's
But yeah, it's either closed or limited or open, and you want open to be the best quality connection that you can get. So
Matt,
Nah.
Now,
Cool guy.
would you give it a cave in?
Would you give it a cave in?
Is that the new rating system?
It's like it's not even a rating.
Sure.
System. It's just,
Sure. Oh no, yeah, I'd cave it in. So it couldn't leave.
if it's a
Ooh.
good
You have
game
to cut off its
or
own
an
foot.
incredibly bad game, it's a very shitty rating system. If
If it's a good game, it's a cave in. It's
an awful game, it's a cave in as well.
No, it's a spelunking.
We're gonna work on this rating system. We'll figure it out by the next time we come on. Michael,
Yes. Yes, sir.
you're about to have a baby,
I am.
a child,
No, I know.
a little progeny,
Woo.
a little is it progeny?
Yeah.
Progeny.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Award. Not award is yours. That doesn't really work.
Well,
You're gonna have your own little
depends on how
sidekick.
you treat
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
Exactly.
Um,
Permanent sidekick.
where a lot of my friends are having children. A lot of people, like, we're at that age where people are getting married and having kids. You've probably had the talk, the sex talk. If I'll have it with you later if you haven't heard about it. How are you going to get your kid? We're raising the next generation of gamers, and it starts with you, Michael.
Oh my gosh.
You are solely responsible for introducing your child not to women, not to jobs or workforce or work ethic, but to the most important thing, to get him to play video games and get him into this world that we so actively live in.
That's a lot of responsibility that I was unaware of.
Let
You're
Rose
making him second guess everything.
let Rose handle everything else.
Yeah.
You focus.
I'm sure she'll be cool with that.
Also, the paternity leave you're gonna get is gonna be killer time to play video games. 100% downtime. You know, just
In between, like the pooping and the crying.
make sure the baby rolls on his stomach. That's all.
Yeah, no, it's perfect.
But what do you? I always want to know this. Like, so are you gonna? Because I think I'm going when I have a kid. I'm gonna start them on like. You'll have to get a port or something like that, but start them on the retro crap that we grew
Yeah.
up with. Get them give them some Tetris so they understand the fucking theme song that'll get stuck in your head for the rest of your life. Throw some like Super Mario Brothers, the original one out.
Oh, yeah.
Which that's great for the Wii, and the Wii U has all those old games.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of the one I'd probably get my kid or whatever the fuck's gonna be around when it comes at that point. But like, what are your plans?
So I've actually been thinking a lot about this and the sort of things that I'll be sharing with him. But I agree because I grew up with. I mean, I started with the original Nintendo, and then I moved up to the SNES and the Genesis, and kind of my way up there. I had so many great memories come out of those consoles as a kid. Sonic and Knuckles is the reason why I wear glasses, because I used to play in like 3 or 4 hour sittings. And then I was just like, Mom, I have a bunch of headaches. And then, like three weeks later, I ended up with glasses. But we actually have a regular Nintendo that we picked up from Game Dude a while back.
Game Dude.
So we have
I want them to pay
the original Super Mario Brothers. We have Super Mario 3. For some reason, I picked up Tetris 2. I don't know why. But it seemed like a
Tetris 2?
good idea at the time.
Or as well. They made a sequel to Tetris?
No, not Tetris, TOO, but Tetris number 2.
It's a sequel.
Yeah.
To
there
Tetris.
is a-
2 Tetris.
Did the story continue from the first one? Did
Yeah.
it really carry over?
They
No, it
added
totally
so many
did.
new shapes.
Totally did.
Defies
So
the
many shapes.
point of the
Yeah.
name.
But I think once he's at the point where, I guess, mechanically and cognitively he can understand how to use them and play them, I think I'll probably start him off with that. And,
Well, hand-eye coordination is like it's been studies have shown that
Yeah.
like when they have better hand-eye coordination when you play video games, especially when you start from a young age.
right. So I figure start him off with that. But I'm also thinking about the types of games that I don't currently play right now that I might end up getting to play with him. Because I think that's
You'll have an opportunity.
right. Like that's another thing that's really interesting to me is that I'm going to have a chance to play video games not only through his eyes but with him.
Yeah.
And kind of show him the way. So, a bunch of Nintendo franchises that I've never really been into, like the Animal Crossing series. I hear that's fantastic, but
Love the Animal Crossing series.
like that seems like a perfect game to get involved with him, or being able to show him, Zelda for the first time when he's old enough.
And you get to learn a lot yourself.
Right.
Seeing him experience it through fresh eyes.
Right.
And where like you kind of get to relive all those fun surprises over and over, or be
Exactly.
terribly disappointed
Yeah.
and suicidal when he doesn't respond the same way that you did.
Well,
Come on, you just finished Chrono Trigger. Tell me.
That would
I
be
don't know,
the
Dad,
worst.
This is pretty bad. Yeah.
well, I found that when I was younger and my brother was playing and I wanted to play, when he didn't let me play, I wanted to play more. So refuse to let your son play.
No.
And be like, no, you can't play yet. And then be like, fine, hand him the control. And then
No, you know,
Hit 'em.
you just go like, no. Let me just finish this level. Here you
Yeah.
go. Let me just finish it.
yeah.
Do you know how often I do that? Like, Neely will come in here, and she's like, Matt, it's time. I'm like, I'm just in the middle. I'm almost done. I'm just finishing this up. She's like, Matt, you've been saying that for 4 hours. Well, it takes a while to finish stuff up.
I just got to find a save point. That's all.
That's not, it's sad. There's not a lot of games that have save points in them anymore. It's all autosave.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like, that's a reference that's going to slowly die.
I know.
Or
It's
my
Mass
memory
Effect
card
one.
is full is another one. It feels just hard driving it now.
But I guess from you guys, what I would want to know, because I have a small list or short list in my mind of games that I totally want Charlie to play. What game? What if there was one game that you could recommend my son play at some point? What game would that be?
Chad?
I would have to recommend the original Game Boy's Fall of the Foot Clan
Oh man,
Ninja Turtles game. It's
so good.
It's dated, but it's still fun. The music. I hope you introduce Ninja Turtles at some
Very
point
obscure.
to him.
That is really obscure.
Yeah, I thought I'd give an obscure one.
There you
know?
go. Add a little flavor.
You get
sorry.
5 levels. Always fun to play. You can pick up whenever whichever level you want. There's no real like save or anything like that. But
Yeah,
I recommend it.
that's a good one.
What you, Brook?
I would say the cornerstone game that I remember playing as a child was Super Mario World. I think that'd be a good one.
Ooh.
In the same respect, Super Mario RPG.
Super Mario.
Super Mario.
Wow, we went East Coast with this.
Super Mario and his role-playing game. I loved that when I was growing up. To the point where I keep Googling like once a week, is there going to be a sequel to this? And that would be a console buyer for me. Like if Wii U came out with a brand new like Super Mario RPG 2, I would buy the Wii U. Like I'd buy like 3 of them just to have a backup in case it broke. But I would go Super Mario RPG.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I think those are all good suggestions. But yeah, I think it's going to be a fun time. I think the only thing that stinks now is that I have to wait until he can get to that point. But
Yeah, you get some time.
yeah,
I hope you're just as mean when you play Marvel vs. Capcom with him. Like you're just very cruel when you beat him in the game.
Look, if he sucks
Boo.
at games, punish him.
Like you suck.
You know what's
You
great
suck.
is that you're going to be formulating this massive plan for like when he's the perfect age. He's going to play this, and then while you're not around, his mom's going to hand him like Fruit Ninja or something.
Cut the rope. Cut the shit is more like it. I think we do get to wrap up. We're pushing our time here. So, Michael, I really appreciate your perspective on what we talked about. I really like that because I've always wanted to talk to someone who's been having a kid about how they're going to get their kid into video games. So I appreciate having you on here. Chad, as always, love having you on here. You can find us here. We find me, us, Brook and I at the Matt Cave 42 on Twitter and Matt and the Man Cave on
We're
Facebook.
practically attached to the hip.
We are, if you guys could only see. You find us on Facebook.
Disgusted.
Check out our Facebook for the contest rules for the Xbox One giveaway for the Minecraft Story Mode, which is pretty cool. Brooke, where can we find you?
Find me on Twitter, Brook_33, and on YouTube, just Brook Hubs or Superfun33 if you're going fancy in the address bar. And also, this is coming out on Monday, right?
Oh, shit.
Or
Yeah.
should be, right?
Yeah, it should.
That fucking new Star Wars Force Awakens trailer
yeah,
will be
that's
out
right.
today.
The new
Matt
poster's
doesn't
out.
watch trailers, but everyone else is excited.
I don't watch
so-
trailers.
it's gonna be so good.
Chupa.
But you can reach me at Raised by Tunes on Twitter or Captain Mad Murdoch on Twitter. Also, check out our Raised by Tunes on Facebook and subscribe to our podcast, Raised by Tunes.
How do I not follow you on Twitter?
I don't know.
That's weird.
Do you have Twitter?
Yeah.
Michael Kohutich. where are we gonna find you? You have plugs? You
No, you can find me, and this will seem pretty apt here. You can find me at Kohutich on
Kohutich!
Twitter, and the 2 O's are zeros. So
lead speak, bro.
there it is. There it is.
Anyways, I really appreciate having you on.
Thank
Mike,
you, sir. It was great
Chad,
to be on.
Thank you again for having me.
Brooke, and I are a power couple.
Yes.
All right,
see that.
we gotta wrap it up here, but
We're like the Clintons.
we're like the Clintons. I want to get you guys to say our show's catchphrase, okay? So
Okay.
just kind of follow. Chad knows what it is.
Yeah.
So just kind of follow it along, all right? Brooke, maybe you whisper it in his ear real quick if you can. So I'm going to say, as we say here every week on Matt in the Man Cave, see you later. So we're going to start that again. All right, guys. As we say here every week on Matt in the Man Cave, see you later.
Oh, shit.
Jesus Christ.